Hey guys, welcome back. We have a little bit of a different video for you guys today, so hopefully you like it. We had a pretty exciting start to our 2021 season on our 36-acre parcel here in Michigan. And because it is so early into the 2021 season, I haven't had a chance to go back and pull cards to see if there's any video of this deer that we're targeting in hard antler. However, I do have a lot of video of this deer from last year, so most of the B-roll you're going to see in this video will be of this deer from last year. And to start things off, I wanted to give you guys a little background on the particular deer that we were going after. Last year during the 2020 season, we had 3 2.5-year-old bucks that were using our property on a regular basis. 2 of those bucks did survive, and we were able to watch them both grow into beautiful 10 points throughout the off season. Now, for those of you guys that have watched a few videos on this channel, know that I tend to be a little bit more conservative with my hunting approach, but that does not mean that there's never a time to be aggressive. And before the season started, because we were running a few cell cameras on our property, I told myself that if there was ever a particular buck that I wanted to target that was using a particular area of our property on a regular basis, that I would go in there and take a chance. So fast forward to mid-September, about 2 weeks after we stepped foot on our property for the final time, both of those 3.5-year-old bucks started using a particular scrape on a fairly consistent basis. Now, they weren't hitting that particular scrape every single day. It's very rare that you're ever going to see a deer do anything every single day, but they were hitting it fairly consistently. Again, about 3 days a week. And a lot of times they would hit that scrape 2 days in a row. After they did this a few times, again, hitting the scrape 2 days in a row, take a break, hitting the scrape 2 days in a row, take a break. Although there wasn't a lot of data there, they did give me a few clues as to what got them to move on those particular days. Every time they hit that scrape was during the evening when there was a south wind and the barometric pressure was very high. Temperature in these instances didn't really seem to be a factor. They were moving to this scrape when there wasn't a temperature drop whatsoever. So that brings us to the night before opening day, September 30th. It was going to be very hot, but we were going to have a south wind and the barometric pressure was again going to be high. And sure enough, around 7:30, so 10 minutes before last light, one of those 2 3.5-year-old bucks shows up on that scrape. At that point, I had a decision to make. He reinforced what I thought his pattern might be, but going in to go after that deer also meant pushing in really far into my property, close to bedding areas in the afternoon. And normally this is not something that you'd want to do, hunting one of your best rut stands for the first sit of the season. And you also normally don't want to be pushing into a bedding area in the middle of the afternoon. So even though I had told myself before the season started that if you have a buck patterned, go after him. Take a shot and go after him. I was still very hesitant. So I talked to a few hunters within my circle, explained the situation, and each one of them agreed that you should go in and take a chance at that deer. And what my wife said to me really stood out. She said to throw the book out the window and write your own book. At that point, my mind was made up. For the first sit of the 2021 season, we are going to be pushing in to one of the better known bedding locations on our property. Those are the events that led us up to the start of the season. Now let's cut to the footage of opening night. I do want to apologize. I do not have any footage of the actual shot. I don't normally film deer that I'm going to be targeting. That's just one more thing that can go wrong, and I screw up enough on my own. I don't need any additional help. If you guys did want to know what stand I was hunting in, we made a video where we tour our entire property. I will link it above, but I think around the 44-minute mark is when we kind of walk by the area in the stand that I was sitting in on this particular hunt. But let's cut right to the footage from that night.
It's October 1st, 2021, opening day of the archery season, and I kind of pulled an audible tonight. Most of our crew went over to the east side of the state, and I decided that I needed to stay back. I was getting a couple 3-year-old bucks on a particular cell camera overlooking a scrape, and they were hitting the scrape fairly consistently, not every day, but fairly consistently. And I told myself that if I had a buck that I wanted to shoot semi-patterned early in the season, I was going to take a shot at it. And last night he showed up on the scrape, or one of the bucks showed up on the scrape at 7:30. So about maybe 10 or 15 minutes before last light. And then the deer walked out into my neighbor's hayfield right past his blind. I kind of had a decision to make at that point, and after talking to a few people, I decided the best bet was to sit tonight, overlooking that scrape and hope that he comes back. And then on my way out to the stand, I actually bumped 2 does that were bedded down like directly below the stand, so that kind of sucked. And I was sitting here, did not see hardly any deer all night. In fact, I didn't see any deer all night, just the 2 that I bumped walking in. And then right around probably 6:55 or 6:50, I think 6:55, my dad texts the group and says that he just shot an 8-point. So we're kind of texting back and forth, like, how'd you hit him, what happened, like hearing the story. And then as we're texting, I look and I see antlers kind of at the bottom of the hill, right about maybe 10 yards from that scrape. I'm like, holy crap, there's a buck. I can't tell which one it is because he's behind some multiflora rows. So I waited, I looked, and I'm like, that's one of those 3-year-olds. There's a really wide one, and then there's a tall one. It's the tall one. So this deer kind of worked his way around the multiflora rows, browsing on everything as he kind of looped around this scrape, and he was going to come broadside to it, and I knew it. And I thought to myself, okay, do I take the first good shot that I get, or do I wait for this deer to hit the scrape so he's completely out in the open, then take the shot? Well, he gave me a decent shot broadside, and his head was behind some stuff, and I'm like, I don't know if I should take the shot yet. Like, there's still a little bit of stuff in the way. I don't want the arrow to hit anything. So I waited. He kept going, but then he kind of picks his head up and looks at me, and I'm like, oh crap, he freaking sees me. But I haven't moved at all, so he just kind of knew something was a little different. I'm like, oh man, this deer is gonna get on edge here pretty quick, and the wind is not blowing towards him. He should not know I'm here. I'm in full scent lock gear too, pretty good scent control routine before I went out, but he knows something's different. So I said the next time he gives me a shot, I gotta take it. So he goes broadside again. I see another window. I put it on him. Then as soon as I do that, he looks up at me and kind of takes a step towards me a little bit. So he's a little bit quartering to. I'm like, crap, he's quartering to me now. But I have to take the shot because I'm not going to outlast this deer. He's going to win the steering contest for sure. So I aimed right for the front shoulder and I let it go. And I saw the luminoc on the back of the arrow fly, and I think I hit exactly where I was aiming, I think. And that would be kind of like right on the front shoulder, so he was quartering to me, so hopefully I got a little bit of heart and a little bit of lungs. He kind of took off and crashed back towards my neighbors. I didn't hear him fall, but that doesn't mean really anything. He could have ran a little bit, then laid down and died. But I'm going to give it a little bit of time here. I'm going to see if my son can come back from camping and help me track. It'll be his first track on this property. And yeah, I just hope that I got him. He's a really nice deer. I think I made a decent shot.
Hey Blake.
What?
Are you ready to go track a deer?
Yeah.
Here, should we ride the ATV back?
Oh yeah.
All right, let's ride the ATV back. We'll wait for Mom though, okay? Here's your flashlight, okay? Here, buddy. Nope, that one's good. So follow me. Over here, buddy. See if there's anything over here. What? I'm trying to see. Oh, yeah, there it is. See here. See the blood on the ground, buddy? Keep following the blood, okay, Blake? Blood down there?
See that, Blake, right down there?
Oh yeah, I see the one.
All right, keep going, bud.
Let's go, find some more.
Good blood, good blood.
More blood.
More blood?
Okay.
Wow, Blake.
A little bit more. There's some.
Good job, dude.
Now over here. More blood.
All right, keep trying to find more, dude.
All of it.
Yeah, find all the blood.
This way.
Well, sometimes you gotta go slow to find it. Are you still seeing some?
No.
You're not? I got some right here.
Oh, right here. That's a good patch right there.
You see any more up there, buddy?
No.
All right, so Brooke, you want to stand just like right around in here? Oh, got some right here. Got some here,
Did you pull up?
right here.
Oh, yeah. Pretty good.
That one?
Yeah, follow us, buddy. All right, Blake, you want to go first?
Yeah. More
What's that right there, dude?
blood.
It's been 3 hours, so hopefully he's, or I guess it's been 2.5. Hopefully he's done. He's following a trail, it looks like.
Oh, wow, Blake, look right in front of you.
Watch out for this pokey, bud.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The blood ends here.
Look right there.
What's this, buddy?
Blood.
That's some good blood right there. Well, we haven't quite made it to the property line yet.
You have on the X.
Yeah, I already talked to the neighbor. We're good. I just see the post.
You see? Oh, okay. Blake's still right on it. Okay. There's some. Oh, Blake, look right by your feet.
Look at all that.
Look at all that. That's good blood.
Yeah, I am just stepping on it.
Lots of it.
More blood. I see lots of blood.
Oh, that's a good. You might have stopped for a second right there.
All right, we're heading into the stuff now.
Oh,
All right.
We are crossing.
Here's some right here.
He's following. There's a trail right here. You can just tell there's a trail. Ready? Follow this trail, buddy. See, this is a deer trail?
yeah, I
We
think
stepped on something.
they're both.
Uh-oh. Blake, keep going, man.
Why?
Just trust me. Keep walking. Keep following, Blake. Keep walking. Blake, look in front of you. Look the other way.
Deer.
A deer? Should we go check him out?
Yeah.
Let's go see him. Watch out for the pokey. I'll get you. Go ahead, buddy.
Whoa. I can't go through.
Here, come. Go on. Here you go. Go that way.
Watch out for that one right in front of you, Blake.
Well, I see the blood.
Look at that arrow sticking out.
Yeah, it did stick out.
Yeah,
I think
that's
you
the
go
one.
through them.
Broken brow tine. That's the
I
same one.
think you go through them.
I did go through them. You want to come on this side, buddy?
Wow. Good deal. And you get those big antlers.
Is that pretty cool, Blake?
Yeah.
What do you think, man?
I think it's good.
Think that's cool?
Yeah.
Hey, come over here. It's a pretty nice deer.
Heavy?
Yeah, he's pretty heavy. He's on a stupid log. Ooh, he stinks. Come over by me. Look at Mom. Look at Mom. See that light right there? That's Mom. Want to come by me?
Is this good?
He's a little bit stinky. Here, come by Dad just for a minute. Oh. Here.
You touch his antler?
Touch his antler, Blake.
Well guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit different, but this is a very special deer for us. Not only was it a nice Michigan buck, but it was the first buck that we've taken off our 36-acre parcel, and it was the first one of my deer that my son was able to come help me track. I also wanted to show you guys that if you are willing to put a plan together, willing to put in the hard work, and have patience, that you can harvest nice Michigan bucks off small properties. If you guys happen to have any questions about this particular hunt, feel free to drop those in the comment section below. I'll get back to those as soon as I can, and we will see you guys in the next video.